Hola y bienvenidos a Small Brain, Small Talk Podcast. Me llamo Diego y conmigo es Isaac. Y hoy nosotros jugamos golf a 2K21. Y mira la cabeza de vaca. Y estoy muy emocionado para la episodio. Y Isaac, ¿qué piensas?
Speak Mexican. What? I assume you said, welcome to the Small Brain Small Talk podcast. My name is Diego. This is Isaac. We're playing 2K. Oh my god. All right. Well, that's a good start to the podcast. Well,
It's
this
gonna
is
be one of
what?
those days.
This is what, episode 3 now.
Yeah.
We made it to 3 episodes. Shockingly.
I would say it's been a fun time up to this point, you know.
What, is it not going to be fun now?
No, I'm saying so far so good. I'm liking how it's feeling, and
we're back.
Yeah, it's been feeling.
You know, we
good.
still don't have a consistent upload schedule, but we're back.
Bi-weekly, my friend. Bi-weekly.
Bisexual.
Exactly.
You get it. Ricky gets it.
Yeah, Ricky. You get it.
Ricky gets it. Well, so you have some big news. I think that's what we should start with.
So it's official. I am
getting married.
I'm getting married. Gavin and I are finally tying the knot. We're still kind of planning a date, but it's probably gonna, if all things kind of go to plan, it's gonna be this summer. Probably before I end up shipping off to NDSU. So
potentially,
I think that's potentially. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm looking forward to spending a happy, healthy life with him.
So what's the real news?
Basically, all of that was a lie, with the exception of Mike going to NDSU. He hasn't popped the question yet.
Yeah. He hasn't come out of the closet yet.
There's a lot of he hasn't done it yet from him, but soon.
No blindfolds.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm going to be headed up to North Dakota next year.
Officially?
Yep, this is my seal of approval, so to speak.
The cock has come down?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If that means what I think it means, and I have no idea what that means other than I've made my decision. So
you know what we forgot to do, Diego?
What did we forget to do, Isaac?
We forgot to do the Minecraft idea.
Yeah, but here's what I was thinking.
Next episode.
Yeah, I think we'll start at next guest, and then
I'm the next guest. Do we leave that for a surprise, or? And when I say next guest, I mainly mean next episode.
Well, we'll leave it up to a surprise, I think.
That sounds like a better. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
But I think what we'll do, we'll have the guests do their thing, and then when we do the whole end of the season recap, what everyone's built, we'll just make sure Sean got something.
Yeah. Or we'll just have Sean on again.
That's true.
You know,
that's more than likely.
That is. Very nice. That was.
But yeah, so it'll be me, Sean, Isaac, and Adam officially. So it's kind of funny because Sean is the only one who isn't. He's the least prepared, and yet he's the one probably most wanting to come up. but that's just much more due to his
Financial
school.
situation.
Yeah. But we're gonna have the whole crew up there for the most part.
Yeah, we're only missing. I guess because Butch is here. What? We're missing Gavin,
Gavin.
and Sam.
And Ricky.
Yeah, but Ricky's coming up, next year.
Well, probably not. But he'll be with us in spirit. He's with us every episode.
You think Ricky will take a trip up to visit you?
Oh, I think it'd be more likely I'd go down to visit him.
But doesn't he want to go to Chicago? Chicago is not the safest place in the world.
It's not unsafe. I wouldn't mind visiting Chicago. I think it'd be kind of neat.
There's certain places in Chicago.
Well, yeah, but that's
Safe.
just how cities work.
I suppose.
I'd like to visit him down there. He'd be too bored up here.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
There's an old theater you could go look at. Ricky.
The theater.
Loves theaters.
I suppose to an extent, but I feel like he's much more the will I have fun here kind of guy.
That's fair.
Ricky, what are you? Tell us right now.
That is definitely fair. Well, yeah, you're all in. You're coming here. If the podcast is still going by next, well, I guess in the summer even, considering, we have the apartment, or assuming we get the apartment, we'll have it in June.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing too, is there will be a good chunk of summer live episodes, I would think.
Yeah,
just
probably.
Because
everyone will be back home.
Well, because everyone will be back home. Everyone will be back home, but I imagine that we, the roommates, will go up there at the very least once. I would think more than that.
Probably like once a month.
Yeah. And I'd imagine while we're doing that, we can...
Or an episode. I'll go in.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Thank you. I got real lucky with that slow hit.
Yeah, well, it's been like that today. But yeah, expect more IRL content. We get the little bit of golf content. Sean said he would think about starting to golf.
It's looking like it's shaping up to be a pretty good year.
Well, unless the building burns down.
That's true.
Yeah, that's always a possibility.
But I made it one of my New Year's resolutions to specifically not burn down any kinds of buildings. So
talking about New Year's resolutions. I didn't really have one, to be honest. I don't think I've ever had one. Now that I think about it.
Never ever?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say I necessarily have like resolutions, but like there are definitely goals that I have in mind.
Oh yeah, I have goals for the year, but not like how some people like write down the New Year's resolution, or it's like so like
it's very committal.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like it's like law. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nor do I think I can. I don't think I can remember like one time where I've like said this is my New Year's resolution. It's always just been like, I don't know. New Year's just wasn't all that big of a deal for like.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think the closest I had was I'd like to start working out consistently this year. Just being like the big recovery year, the pullback year, so to speak. I'd like to just kind of start running and working out. But it's not like I'm grilling myself every day to be like, I gotta go do it, because
here's the thing. Me and Adam said, oh yeah, we were gonna work out. And then we went to the gym, and there was a wait to get into the gym at the school gym. And ever since that moment, we were like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I would love to start working out again, like consistently. But it's not worth waiting in line at the school gym.
Oh, there was a line. I thought you just didn't like the gym weights.
No.
Ricky throwing applause.
Honestly, like, is it plausible?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
I think other than that, though, there wasn't really a whole lot that I was like, hey, gotta be sure I get this done.
Was your family big on New Year's? My family has never been. My family's not big partiers. So, like, New Year's isn't really, like, the biggest thing in the world.
I wouldn't say we're super big. It's just kind of more of a. We all just kind of. We usually get a fire going, which is nice.
In the winter?
And then. What?
Is it outdoor fire?
In a
indoor
fireplace.
fire? Okay.
Yeah, fireplace.
Okay. I was going to say, that would be really cold.
No, we're in the fireplace, and we just kind of sit in the family room, and we have like one of the New Year shows on in the background, and then we'll play like board games. Yeah, like the
only thing I know about New Year's is the parade.
The parade?
The big New Year's Day parade.
Oh yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to that actually. Kind of boring. Really? Parades are kind of boring.
That's because you weren't in it.
That's fair, but I don't think I would enjoy it if I was in it.
Oh, it's quite enjoyable.
The big balloons were cool, but it was just so cold in New York.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair. It's very fair. Did you wear a jacket?
I was also pretty young. I was probably
Oh. I don't think you can clear that, by the way.
I think maybe. I'll go for it. You went for it. You didn't know. I'll go for it. What do I get to lose?
Well, yeah.
I got to lose.
Just a stroke.
That's But I went to that when I was pretty young.
Oh,
that was close. I was probably about, I don't actually remember how young I was. I was like
8.
No, I was older than that. I was probably like young teen.
Okay.
So like 12, 13. It's an interesting experience. It's one of those things that, like, if you have the opportunity to go to, you go to. But as like a kid, it's not all that exciting. You'd rather get to watch like a Mets game.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean,
as a kid, it's kind of hard to stand around and watch, these parade floats go. You don't. There's not too much excitement in them.
I would say my appreciation of parades didn't come until band when I marched to one, and I was like, "Oh snap, these things suck."
I feel like that would be kind of fun, though.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a blast, but like afterwards, I was dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, like any other time I'd see a parade, I'd be like, commendable, nicely done, people.
That's fair. I mean, I've only seen like 2 parades, and neither of them did I like. Actually, the first parade I saw, they threw candy at you, and that was really enjoyable.
Oh, absolutely.
Who doesn't like candy?
Have you never been to like the city ones that they have?
Yeah, I don't think I ever have.
Huh, okay. Because I've probably been to, let's see, I'm 19 now, at least one a year on average. So I've probably been to 19 parades.
It's a lot of parades.
Maybe 25.
I'll have to say.
Well, because so like in South Dakota, they'd have like Cinco de Mayo parades for whatever reason,
Yeah, that's
and
really
they love
weird.
to boat.
That is a boat.
Um, so they'd have those that we go to, and then of course they'd have them here in Minnesota too. So that's guaranteed one at least. And then
I have a weird feeling that this is gonna
yeah,
get a little wet.
that's okay. That's how it goes. Um, but then there's the ones at the state fair and heritage days that I went to because I was in them. And then I also marched in a Disney parade and a Hollywood parade.
I'm at the state fair. Sorry, while you're on the topic, do you go to the state fair like every year?
Um, I mean, technically, yes.
I hate the state fair. I hate it with a passion.
I don't mind it. Again, that was mostly because I was in the band when I would go, or I
That's
was
fair.
going to see Ricky March.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
I'd always be with friends, and
Even when I was with friends, I just didn't enjoy it.
yeah,
It's just everything is so expensive there. And I'm not like a cheapskate, but I don't really want to spend that much money on like a pretzel.
well, you are talking to Mr. Frugal over here,
That is
Mr.
true.
Fiscally Sound.
Yeah.
What you got to do is you got to take advantage of whatever coupons you can find.
I know you know this because I've told you this before. I told but last time I was at the state fair, I went with a female acquaintance. She was a friend,
Mhm.
nothing more. And I spent absolutely $0 at the state fair,
Yeah,
which I thought was pretty impressive.
that's how you got to do it. That's when it's the most enjoyable.
When you spend absolutely no money.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's fair.
because then you're just you're enjoying the experiences and whatnot. But
Yeah, but well, I was there. I don't remember if you remember this, but I was there for like 7 hours.
yeah, you're capping out a little bit. I mean, I was probably there for 5, and I was reaching my limit.
Yeah, I was there for 7 hours. Well, so I was meant to go with a big group of people, but they wanted to go way later in the day,
Hmm.
and I was quite busy. It was also a school night, so I didn't want to be there till like super late. So I was planning to go, and then we were gonna go earlier in the day, and then just leave before they came. Well,
Hmm.
you know, it, we stayed there. We were hanging out, doing absolutely nothing, and then they come, and then at that point it was like, well, I can't really drag us away at this point. So I was
Yeah,
like,
you got
well,
to
I'm
commit
just
to the
gonna have
bit.
to suck it up and wait. Yeah, that was a little bit of a pain in the ass. That was a little annoying, but you live and you learn. And then that was the day that I made that dumb bet to go vegetarian that I ended up
Mm.
winning.
Mm. Oh, you did?
Yeah,
When did that finally end?
4 or 5 months after we started, so it happened in August at some time. So it probably didn't end until like December.
Huh. That is kind of like me around rats.
What do rats do to you?
They make me crazy.
I will say, if I have to go vegetarian again, I would not do it. It's not worth it. Maybe if you were a psychopath, it would be. I just, meat is just such a tasty thing.
What'd you miss the most?
Honestly, like just like various like fried chicken stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I knew
Because
that.
like here's the thing, Chinese food. I'm Asian. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
know that, but so in Chinese food, there's a lot of tofu, which is vegetarian. So I could
Mhm.
eat tofu, and I was like happy. I wasn't sad about missing out on the Chinese food. So that wasn't a big deal. You never really eat like barbecue food. I'm gonna say something a little controversial here, but I'm not a big steak fan. Like I like steak, don't get me wrong, but like
It's a bit overrated.
yeah, I'm
You
not a
gotta have a
huge fan.
real good steak to be a steak guy.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan. I like something that has like a stronger taste,
Hmm.
and steak kind of it's just kind of like mild sometimes.
Hmm.
Like a good steak is good. Don't get me wrong.
But you don't come across a good steak as often. You say like good chicken.
Yeah, I would take good steak over good chicken, but like average chicken is way better than like average steak.
Yeah. Um. So because you wouldn't lose cheese, butters, milk, or anything like that, right?
No, that would be vegan, and I would never go vegan.
Yeah.
That'd be awful. I actually know somebody who is says they're vegetarian, but has no reason to be vegetarian. So she like constantly is like cheating and like eats meat occasionally, or like eats something that has had meat in it at one point, or has meat in it, but picks around the meat, which you're not supposed to do.
So she's semi veggie.
Yeah, but that leads me to the question: what's the point of being vegetarian then?
Well,
There's
was she
no
doing it for
no that
a?
she has no reason.
She was just doing it to do it.
Her sister's also a vegetarian, but she's been
Well,
vegetarian for like years now.
because I was gonna say maybe it was to kind of try and reduce environmental impact to a degree.
See, here's my only issue with all this argument about the environmental impact and like vegetarianism, I guess you can say. You know, I can't say that, oh yeah, one person or it doesn't help at all. But there are way bigger things that, impact pollution and whatnot
Hmm.
and environmental damage.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like and part of the problem too is it's much more big organizations
yeah,
that
yeah,
are
yeah.
causing it, and so it's like even if you're trying to make your little impact,
It's hard.
it's hard.
You can't
Yeah,
outweigh the sweatshops of China.
yeah, which is unfortunate. But
Well,
I mean,
it's a global community, not a United States community.
yeah,
But
but
it is what it is. They're
any
getting
power
better.
to them to trying to make an impact, and you know, but
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give up meat for that. But I guess if you're not into meat like that, if you don't have a deep love for your beef jerky, I get it.
I think the other thing too is it always interests me is that there are health benefits to going vegetarian.
Yeah, there are a lot. That's been like a big discussion in sports right now.
Yeah, because to me, my thing was always it didn't seem like you'd be able to get enough protein.
Protein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
but
know.
they've come out with all these protein substitutes now that like it's really like there's so much. It's expensive though, but it's like really like it tastes good. Well, it doesn't taste good, but it doesn't taste bad.
Mhm.
So when I went vegetarian, I always thought, oh yeah, how am I going to get proteins besides just chomping down on nuts constantly?
Mhm.
And yeah, it cost me some money, but I think it was worth it. The stuff they make, it's gotten way better.
Well, and I mean, so to me, it always felt like nuts was the biggest one But then if you kind of think about it too, you still have a bunch of dairy you can rely on. You have a bunch of beans, and then you do have all of the protein alternatives that they have out there. So
Yeah, see, I'm not a beans guy, though. I don't know.
wow,
I like baked beans.
I'm gonna say you're talking to the Mexican.
Talking about Mexican food, me and Adam actually got Chipotle today. And we actually weren't supposed to go to Chipotle, but we managed to get there. The world really just didn't want us to eat today. There were no parking spots to go eat at the dining center. We went to the McDonald's drive-through. There was a girl there whose car we assumed stalled because she didn't move. And so then we just went to Chipotle.
Why weren't you supposed to go, like, for budgeting reasons, or?
Well, no, we just weren't planning on going to Chipotle.
Oh, okay.
There was no budgeting constraints. It was just, there were other alternatives that we wanted to do. We just happened to end up in Chipotle.
If you don't mind my asking, why don't you guys just go to Little Caesars?
Because that's worse than Chipotle.
What do you mean? You get a pizza for $5. If you're not that hungry, guess what? You got breakfast for the next day.
Me and Adam don't wake up for breakfast.
You got lunch for the next day. You got whatever meal comes next.
The dining center is free. Well, not technically free, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, okay, and here's the other thing about Little Caesars. Pizza.
Are you gonna work there when you're here?
I might. When Adam said that, I was like, what a job. What a commute.
That would be a great commute, You gotta walk about 5, not even like 50 yards, if that.
Good ship.
Thank you.
Because with the alternative being the dining center, I mean, the closest one is what, like half a mile away?
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Available.
In the fall, it's not bad.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Wintertime, it's a pain in the ass.
Well, does he bus or walk there, too?
He walks. He walks every day, unless, he's working late, or if I haven't ate, then I'll give him a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I offer him to give him a ride home or there, but, he's okay with walking in, the negative 10-degree weather.
He's a proud guy.
I don't know why he's proud over that, though.
Well, not like proud in the sense that he was able to accomplish. Proud in that he doesn't want to bother you and ask.
I have nothing going on.
Yeah, but it's about the implication.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose.
But another thing, talking about pizza and wings.
Wings? Like penguins?
Chicken. No, pizza and wings.
Oh, like chicken wings.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl coming up?
You've heard my prediction, but they haven't. I have it 21-17 to the Bengals. Or this is my second prediction. 35-14 to the Rams.
Okay.
It's either going to be close and the Bengals will take it, or they're going to get blown out, the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any in between.
And I think I left my prediction at 35-31 in favor of the Rams. They're my favorite. They're who I'd like to win. But I've been hearing, thinking, and formulating some pretty interesting things lately that makes me think it's going to be a Bengals kind of year.
Which are?
So, first thing, Harambe, duh. That famous old gorilla who was taken from us way too early.
Wasn't that 2016?
Yeah.
That's crazy that was 6 years ago.
Yeah. I mean,
that's unbelievable.
I was.
We were
Was
in
that
like
freshman year
8th
or eighth
grade.
grade?
I think 8th grade. It might have happened later on in the year, so it might have been freshman year.
Yeah. But a lot has changed, and I've seen many a theory say is for the worse. That change.
Maybe
And
the Rams will throw.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is there are some people who, and this was something that I had thought of, but then someone, I think Adam came in and said, "Hey, so something I read," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, so it's not just me who's thinking this." Basically,
Well, the
if the
Cincinnati
Bengals
player
win,
also said it.
he said they were playing for Harambe. They didn't say
Yeah,
they would
but
counteract the juju for it.
like Juju Smith-Schuster,
Exactly.
he's gonna juju on that beat.
He's gonna juju so hard on that beat.
Good for him.
You've never seen a harder juju.
Proud of him. He's made a long way.
He has. Not quite as far as the People's Jones, but
That's true.
he'll get there.
He could be the people's juju.
That would be Harambe.
That's fair.
But we'll see if the Bengals win. It'll be interesting to see if
next thing you know, we'll be millionaires.
Yeah, if just kind of the course of history shifts dramatically in a positive direction.
Small Talk will become the household podcast. We'll become millionaires, and COVID, it'll probably still be here, but that doesn't matter because we'll be millionaires.
Well, it'll still be here, but it'll be much more akin to like the flu.
We'll come up with, because we're millionaires, we would come up with the cure
to that and cancer.
Cancer,
at least.
Like the the astronomy sign Cancer, or like.
Yeah, well, I'm a Cancer.
I wouldn't say that. I think you're a nice guy.
Thank you, but you can't fight the stars. That's how it shaped out to be.
I mean, I probably could. Probably wouldn't win.
I put money down on you.
Think so? If I got into a fist fight with the sun, you think I'd win?
Would it just be you, or would it be
not talking about like the Jesus sun, but like the sun that we orbit around.
Yeah, El Sol, if you will.
Speak Spanish. Sorry.
That's actually its name. The name of our star is Sol.
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Pretty sure that's. I'm about 85% sure that's true. Ricky, fact check that for us, please.
Ricky, please put the definition of whatever Diego just said on the screen.
That would also, yeah.
So you'd put money down that I would beat the sun?
Well, yeah. The other thing I was wondering though is it you alone, or is it a million clones of you?
No, just me.
Just you? I'd say it'd be close. Are you bringing anything, or just your fists? Do you have bare fists?
I'm bringing my bare fists. You have bare fists?
You have bare fists?
You have bare fists? No, that's good enough.
Yeah.
You have bare fists?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were going to say you have bare fists.
You have bare fists?
Nailed it.
There we go. Definitely just bring the bare fists, though. Maybe you know what? We'll resurrect Harambe and I'll bring him with.
Only if the Bengals win can you do that, though.
That is true.
So this is a very important game.
Do you think Harambe ever fucked and he has a kid?
Haram Jr.?
Yeah. Harambe too. Jarambe.
Possibly. I think that'd be something worth looking into.
Maybe they've got him in like a government lab. He's in Area 51.
That's true.
It's gotta be.
This whole time it's about trying to get him back. And
Jarambe is in Area 51. And that's what that big raid was for.
Yep. And the closest we ever got, they had to counter us with the virus.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
FBI, this is only a theory.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Don't come to my house, please.
We know you confirm nor deny anything inside
You
nor outside of a
completely
court of law.
you completely cut out there. So the FBI doesn't know what you said.
Who do you think cut me off?
Oh, it was probably the FBI. Now that you say that,
Exactly.
they're onto you.
They're on to me, Isaac. Oh, I thought that was going in. One last thing I'm going to say about the Bengals-Rams game is we're in the year of the Tiger right now. So
you're coming up to NDSU to watch that with me and Adam, right?
No, actually, I was going to be in Los Angeles.
I thought you were a San Diego guy.
Yeah, it's just going to be a layover.
Where are you laying on?
Los Angeles.
Big area to lay on.
What can I say?
Wow.
I'm a big guy. That was kind of
honky wonky,
a little janky wanky, if you will. Oh, here I come now.
I
Here
get you
comes the
again.
fun.
Just give me the read.
Like Arthur Reed?
I don't like reading, so.
That's fair.
Thanks, man.
Just kind of do that, yeah.
Will do. So what are you doing for the Super Bowl? You just gonna hang out with your family?
Yeah, we've always made, not like a big hoopla, but we'll have, my dad makes pretty good food.
Why have I never been invited to this? Talking about this, anyways.
That's actually a good question.
Why don't we ever do anything for holidays as like a friend group?
Just because I do stuff with my family usually.
Yeah, I get that, but everyone else isn't doing stuff with their. Well, they might be, but everyone else isn't like always doing stuff with their family. We just never do anything.
Just in general, you mean? Like, why not do like a Christmas Day on the 22nd kind of dealio?
Yeah, I mean, that would be fun. We could do Secret Santa. I can give Gavin a dildo. It's pretty funny.
You mean Santa would give him one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good question.
I thought that would be some good fun. The esports Secret Santa.
I think that's something that we should change. That's going to be one of our resolutions.
We can give Adam a cock ring.
Now we're talking. Heck, you know what? Just do that for Valentine's Day.
Give him a cock ring?
Yeah. Just be like, hey, roommate.
Rob Dog. Hey, Rob Dog, you want this cocky wonky? I don't think he would be all that enthused by that gift. He might. I don't know. I don't know what he does in his free time.
I'd be inclined to go so far as to say you would not see him for at least a month.
Why? Because he's using it so much?
No, he'd be hiding from you. That'd be my guess.
Maybe. How would he, he would have to walk everywhere.
Yeah, but I think that's a fate he'd rather take. Just knowing the lad,
Yeah, that's fair. He's a man of many talents.
Yeah. But as far as holiday celebrations, what's the next big holiday?
Valentine's Day.
Would you want to do an Easter? Oh, okay, yeah.
What would we do for Easter?
I don't know. Make an Easter album.
We can reenact Jesus' death. We can hang Gavin from the cross.
No, it'd be from lacrosse.
Yeah. We can go to La Crosse, Wisconsin, and
no. We just get lacrosse sticks.
That would also work. I feel like if we're doing the bit, though, we got to go all the way.
Maybe lacrosse and lacrosse.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty funny.
Here's the only issue I have with this, Isaac.
Oh, shit.
What was Jesus known for doing on this day?
Dying?
Yeah.
I mean,
We all know
funny.
Gavin doesn't die.
We could kill him.
That's what I'm saying. Not once have I ever seen him die.
He dies a lot when he plays League.
Sure, in game. But has he ever died in real life?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
If you think he's died before, and you think we can pull it off.
I mean, we can ask him later. He'll probably he'll say it's fine with that. It's Gavin we're talking about.
Yeah, I was going to say what we should do is we'll either before this episode goes up or when we record the next one, we'll just get a quick little, hey Gav, just wanted to call, check in.
Yeah.
And then
we can have Gavin on as the guest.
We can't clue him in too much about who we're having.
Well, we don't have any ideas right now, so
we can't clue the audience in too much.
You have a tumor?
Wink, wink.
Since when did you have a tumor?
It's not a tumor.
Was that Arnold?
That was.
I actually never met Arnold.
Really?
He seems like you would be a cool guy, though.
Did you ever see the show?
What, Terminator 2?
No, Hey Arnold.
No, I don't know who Arnold is. I just said I never met him.
Well, you don't have to meet someone to know who he is.
You kind of do.
I've never met Gavin,
You know who he is?
Yeah, of course I know who Gavin is.
He's
the guy who dies on Easter.
So you do know. All right.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah, talking about other IRL content with, the holiday stuff. I was talking with Adam about this. What would be fun for like a video or something? And he said paintballing. And I have played paintball quite a few times, and I find it enjoyable. Have you played at all?
Never. I've also only laser tagged once, I think. But I think a more realistic one we could do potentially.
Paintball.
No, we gotta. This is the year of the revisiting
the
of
Tiger,
roots, Isaac.
Fortnite paintball.
We gotta play Fortnite still, but then we gotta have a Nerf gun fight.
I forgot we did that.
Yep. So
that was fun though.
It was.
Wait! I got another idea. You'll like this one.
Let's hear it.
Talking about revisiting roots, hide and seek, and we get Marissa on.
Oh my goodness! If we could sign her on for competitive hide and seek,
that would be so funny. That would be probably my favorite thing that we've ever done.
Okay, and then the other thing we can do too is we have to have just one of us hide with her constantly. And as we're hiding, we just interview her about her time with Gav.
That would be so great. That would be so funny. There's no way she would be okay with that. But if we could, that would be so funny.
Oh, if only I knew her better in high school.
Could you get Kaylee to do it? Or is she too emotionally scarred from Gavin?
Probably the latter.
Unlucky, really. We'll get him next time.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
Gavin's a traumatizing kind of guy,
Well, you don't know him, but you know of him.
Oh, yeah. I've heard.
What have you heard?
That he dies, comes back to life on Easter.
Whoever told you that, good source.
Good. Came straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
I don't like horses. Horses always manage to step on my feet.
Even Drew Lock?
Well, he just has a horse cock. He's not actually a horse. Have you heard Drew Lock go nay? No.
I've heard him whinny. He's like, whinny, whinny.
He doesn't win very much. He doesn't play very much. It's kind of sad. Talking about paintball. You've never gone paintballing?
No. That was so weird. That was like a real life edit.
What do you mean?
Because you've already asked me that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and you'll do that from time to time, but the way you asked it felt like exactly identical.
What do you mean? Ricky's sitting next to me. He's actually just where this is all pre-recorded, and he's just tapping stuff on a soundboard.
Gotcha.
So he's just piecing stuff together for what I say.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because
Ricky, he left. Ricky left, I guess. He's no longer here. I don't know what happened.
Well, glad to know that I got you back now, at least.
But so you've never gone paintballing?
No, I've not.
It's pretty fun. I don't think Adam has. I don't think anyone else has. Maybe Gavin has. But I think that'd be fun.
It's always intimidated me a tad.
You're a big boy now, though.
Yeah. It still sounds a little ouchy.
I won't deny that. It's like a pinch. If you wear enough layers, you'll be fine, though. Like, I was just wearing last time I played, I was just wearing like a hoodie, and it didn't hurt out that bad.
Yeah, but how often did you get shot? Exactly.
Quite a bit, actually. Talking about, we played like an elimination game, and there were like 3 of us left.
Mm-hmm.
We had no idea that there were only 3 of us left. Keep in mind. Mm-hmm. So we're just in the middle, just behind this little rock, and all of a sudden we get surrounded because we're the only 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just get absolutely pelted from every single side. So yes, I did get shot quite a bit. You've heard the infamous story of how I got shot point blank right in my leg.
I've not actually.
Yeah, so we were playing, and this was actually at a school camp, and so interesting concept. Pretty fun though. But so I was getting more paint from this girl who, she didn't really want to play, but was forced into it. So she didn't really shoot too much. So I was like, hey, can I just get some of the paintballs you have? Mm-hmm. And she was like, sure. And somehow she accidentally pulled the trigger while I'm standing right in front of her. I got pretty lucky, though, because it hit right on my shin bone, so it didn't hurt at all.
Okay. Wow. That is quite fortunate, actually.
Yeah, it hit right on the bone. So I got pretty lucky. I also hit my girlfriend at the time. Like, I shot her in the face, 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't on purpose. Actually, the first one was on purpose, but the other 2 weren't.
Did you do like a Three Stooges thing, and you were like, hey, can you check to see if this gun barrel is dirty?
No. I shot her from I was a solid 40 yards away. We were on the same team too, so it was really funny. But yeah, that was my paintballing. That was my school paintballing experience.
That's so weird. So this was at church school?
Yeah. And we went on a retreat. It was a high school retreat, so all of us went. I almost didn't go because I didn't want to. Mm-hmm. I think I had some other commitment too that I was gonna do, but I was forced to go, and yeah, it turned out to be actually pretty fun.
That's good.
Yeah, the whole church part wasn't very fun, considering, I'm not a Christian, but
what?
Yeah,
crazy. What are you, Jewish or something?
Crazy. a non-Christian kid went to a private Christian school. You know, anyone from that school watches this, they'll realize now I was a.
There's no way no one knew.
It's true. Nobody knew. Like, not even my best. You know, Thomas. He goes here now and
Yeah.
Candicia. He was like my best friend there. He doesn't know. He has no idea.
To this day.
Yes, to this day, he has no idea.
That's so strange to me.
I mean, yeah. The teachers, some of the teachers knew, not all of them. The school knew about it. But yeah, till this day. I almost was outed once. So I had some mutual friends who transferred to Jefferson from where I went to school. And so apparently they told somebody. And yeah, we almost had a crisis on our hands. But luckily, you know, I got through. Did I go in the water?
I was going to say, did that count?
But I got through that, and you know, everything was sweet sailing from then on. I had no problems since then. Yeah, but nobody knew. Nobody knows still. I assume no one's come out and asked me.
Huh. It's fascinating.
You know, I even had to make the old Jew jokes, which, you know, I didn't really care about. As a Jew, I didn't really care about that. It is what it is.
I got a question, if you don't mind my asking.
I do. Sorry, don't ask it.
All right, fair enough. And that is going to conclude today's.
All right. What's your question?
How do you go about getting admitted to the school?
Well, so they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom was Christian.
Okay.
So you needed like one parent to be of faith, and so she was close enough.
Okay.
So yeah, I got into the school. Everything was fun. I also knew, so back to the like mutual friends. I knew people who went there, and his mom, who we were friends with, was on like the school, like part of the school leadership team.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped us, you know, having an in pretty much.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I always was curious as to like, I knew your mom was of faith, but then it's like, was that good enough?
We're just in general, our family's not a very religious family, anyways.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a deal. My Bible teacher knew, so he like never called on me because he knew I wouldn't know the answer.
Smart man.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I feel like he's the only one you would have to know.
Yeah, I think he was the only teacher that actually knew. I don't think anyone else knew.
Was that Bible class the only Christian class you had?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so then really no one else would have to know.
Yeah. I think actually my gym teacher knew for some reason also, but that's for another time. He was an odd fella.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, what do you think?
I think, yeah. I think we're at a good point. I
just want to point out, they do call me the par guy after all.
Ricky put the scoreboards back up. That's two for me.
2 for you, but I'm at what? I'm still only at 10 over? Was I that bad the first one?
I don't know what you got. All I remember is I went like 11 under.
Yeah. But I went even this one, so I'll take it.
Thanks, Ricky, for putting that up. Wherever you went, I'm not really sure, but I would hope that you could come back. So, you know. No, Ricky, remember.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hopefully you can come back. Dinner is waiting for you. And with that, yeah. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, why don't you just ring the bell real quick?
Yeah, I don't want to drive to Taco Bell right now.
All right, that's fair. Speaking of bells, though, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and of course, hit that notification bell. And Isaac, was there anything you wanted people to comment on tonight?
No, not really. If you knew me from my other school, no, you didn't.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, thanks for listening.
Adios, or as the Mexicans say,
Adios.
goodbye.
Bye.